Now, I am going to have to put this. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Yeah? All right, I'm going to have to yell for this one because I wanted to make sure I do this right. And I'm just going to put that. With the machete, all right, if you've sharpened it and you've taken good care of your weapon, you should be able to use it to hack off any limbs that you have to, or preferably embedding it in the skull of the zombie, or chopping off that stupid zombie's shiny face. Now, those of you who were with me yesterday know that this is not my sharpened machete. I didn't want to bring anything too dangerous. However, I do have a hatchet there which might also do the trick. So, I apologize if this doesn't get the desired result. Now, where should I just say, this is Patterson? Take it hard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please by Mr. Patterson. Woo!
Double check.
Double check!
I've broken the poor woman's heart. Anybody want that? All right. By popular demand, I would not recommend this if you're actually fighting a zombie. With the zombies, what are you trying to do? Restore the brain. Okay? Now, zombies don't feel pain. Okay, so what I'm about to do wouldn't really do anything to the zombie. But it will make me feel better. Are there any actual Twilight fans in the audience? I'm really sorry. Alright, so that's your machete. Now, I'm going to go with crowbar next because crowbar is definitely a solid weapon. It's my favorite. Those of you who were with me yesterday know that. It's got the heft, it's got the bludgeoning tool, it's got the kind of pool cue action. It's really like you could use this like to chalk up your hand there and just right through the eye socket. You got a nice handy sturdy handle. There we go. I'm making new words, folks. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work because we've got a pretty flimsy guy here. And that's even when he's not in apparently. Right? I don't know how well this is going to work. I didn't want to test it ahead of time. I wanted to see it a little better. Pretty half face. Now, again, with the crowbar especially, you're going to want to go for the head. Because your object is to frame something, okay? Double negative. It worked. So, with your crowbar, I really do recommend using the front end. You could try stabbing, but with this, I mean, later on if you want to come up, or front end, I can show you like how heavy this is. You're going to get a lot of weight behind it, especially when you're swinging a card. Can everybody still hear me? Yeah. So, yeah, I love this weapon. Plus, as we say, a little bit of beating never hurt anybody. Yeah, well, I guess it hurts the people you're stealing from, but anyway. Now, Miss Stewart, step into my office. Is it wrong I'm enjoying this? Is it wrong you're enjoying this? All right, now this is a sharp hatchet. Now, the problem with a hatchet, especially one of this size, is you notice how much closer I have to actually come to this subject. I'm sure she's a lovely person. Now, I would never want to get this close to her. So, I'm not going to throw it at her. There's two reasons I'm not going to throw it at her. One, I don't want to get kicked out and never invited back. Two, yeah, in an actual zombie survival situation, you don't want to risk losing it, okay? And the chances are, unless you're actually trained at throwing a hatchet, it's just going to bounce off the zombie anyway. Alright? Now, with a hatchet, a sharp hatchet, you could also, take aim for limbs. But again, we're going to recommend just going for the head. So, now here's the inherent danger with a hatchet. Okay, now if I was dealing with one zombie, not a problem. Okay, one very annoying zombie is now dead. However, now I'm just enjoying myself. When you're dealing with more than one zombie, let's say I've got 5 or 6, maybe they're on again, knocking a douchebag there, shambling on behind her. You don't want your hatchet to get stuck, and that's the danger with using a hatchet. Again, just like I said yesterday, I know everybody loves the fact that Rick can rock the hatchet so well. I mean, he's just rah, rah, rah. And then he did something awesome with it 2 weeks ago. I'm not gonna give that away. However, yeah, it's a fun weapon, but I honestly would go for the crowbar over that. As fun as that was, I wouldn't want to risk myself like that. All right, I guess we'll go back to the show now. No more fun time for Alex. Was that okay? Oh, yeah. Was that worth being here at 9:30 in the morning? Okay. Projectile weapons, you really want to weigh your options here. Crossbow we talked a little bit about, and I know we love the idea of rocking that crossbow. However, it is bulky. It's hard to load, like it takes a while to load. If you're dealing with more than one zombie at a time, just like the hatchet, I wouldn't recommend it. But it is bulky. Easy to use though. It is quiet too. Bow and arrow, again, quiet. A little more difficult to use, okay? I admitted this yesterday, I'll admit it every day anybody asks me. I sucked at archery in junior high. Raise your hand if you sucked at archery. Like, I love you guys. You don't want to have to deal with the hassle of finding more arrows either. I mean, and it means you're going to have to go and retrieve your arrows if you want to continue to use this weapon. Others, fuck all the other ones. I honestly, I know there's probably some good ones out there, but really, like slings and slingshots, just avoid that crap. And of course, guns. Firearms, all right. So, fully automatic, what did we decide yesterday? Yes? Remove her. No. No. Fully automatic weapons, if we're dealing with like with NAS, thank you. If we're dealing with NAS, so that's not a zombies. All right? This is what happens when you don't go to both shows. You totally miss half the thing, man. I'm sorry. With not a zombie, so I'm talking about 28 days later. I'm talking about Zombieland, okay? These are people who have a virus. They're still alive, okay? So you can dispatch them in other ways. You can. They're just a little crazy, a little kooky. With not a zombies, yes, by all means, use your fully automatic machine guns. Those weapons are definitely going to take them out in that situation. Handguns, I love handguns, you love handguns, we all love handguns, but couple of issues here. One, they're harder to find in Canada. I mean, most of the zombie movies that you see take place in like the United States, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the gun store, and there's like, which one, man? Because we've got 8. So, like here, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the gun store. We have a gun store? So, it's gonna be harder to find. It's not going to be all that practical. We all love that idea of like being out there. Yeah. I always mention this, and it always surprises a few people. I don't know if you all know this, but you know they sell a brand of gun in the States now that has the sight on the side. Anybody know about this? Yeah, like, brah, brah, like, you know, like, really? Anybody actually tried to shoot a gun like that before? Yeah? What happens? Yeah, you don't hit anything, do you? No. Well, that's why they put the sight there, man. No, it's a bad idea. You're not going to hit what you want to hit. You're going to hit probably like, I don't know, your friend or something. If they're dumb enough to hang out with you, then I guess they deserve it. But we're not going to be great marksmen, okay, with a handgun. Carl, yes, he's been a little de-bitched this season, but you're not going to be Carl picking off zombies at 80 yards. You're not going to be Andrea picking up, you know, well, no, I guess picking up zombies. Hey, smelly. Like, no. You really don't want to just rely on the handgun. As a last-ditch effort, sure. We talked a bit about silencers. Are they pew, 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 like in GoldenEye? No. Are they legal in Canada? No. So, you guys are great. Rifles, if I'm going to use a gun, which I may not all the time because it's a loud weapon, I would choose a rifle. They're easier to come by in Canada, and you're getting greater accuracy, and it's actually going to be able to do the job. Greater range, thank you. I will fight you. Shotguns, awesome. No? No? In my mind, yes. In all of our hearts, yes. Because 1993, this is my boomstick, you know? Like, we want, and like in Left 4 Dead, awesome. It's, or like any shooter game, shotgun, just, it's great. But in real life, big, bulky, your slug, you know, if you're using slugs, which I hope you are, because your scatter shot isn't going to do much. If you're using slugs, the ammunition is big, and you've got to make sure to get that headshot, right? All right. Most importantly, obey the law. Why do you laugh when I say that? Obey the law, folks. That, Alex. Skills. Stay in shape, okay? Those of you looking at me right now going, fuck you. I'm big boned. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this beard adds about 80 pounds, so. Incidentally, the exact number my doctor says I'm overweight by, so fine, we're great. No, anyway, I'm gonna stop making fun of myself because I'm crying on the inside. So, the way I love to put it with you guys, this crowd, I love this crowd, I can say it the way I mean it, live your life like an RPG, right? So, think of your time and money as skill points and spend them accordingly, okay? So, hey, I've got some extra skill points this month, I'm gonna learn how to can food. That would actually be a pretty cool thing at the end of the world, you know, I have to preserve this food, I'm gonna learn how to can it. Done. Plus, then you get awesome preserves, and you can share them with me. Here we go back to the weight thing.
Hal-Con!